they govern the villages. So that's a little bit about our culture in the Samoan Islands. So in 17, we're going to go back to history. In 1722, the first European that to sight the Samoan Islands was somebody by the name of Jacob Roggevin. This Frenchman, he saw the islands, but he didn't go there. He just saw it. There's an island there, and then he left. The first European to arrive in the shores of the Samoan Islands was a guy by the name of Reverend John Williams. He arrived in Savaii, which is the biggest island of Western Samoa, in 1830. He came through Tahiti, and he picked up a Samoan couple that were living there, and they brought them to Western Samoa to be the interpreter to the people of Western Samoa. So so it was first settled some like 3,500 years ago as part of Austronesian expansion. Austronesian languages are language, our language family widely spoken throughout maritime Southeast Asia, spoken throughout maritime, the islands of the Pacific Ocean and Taiwan. The Europeans brought so many things to Samoa, so many things that we all know, like goods, clothing, food, everything, including the language, the English language to us. So the song that we're about to sing this is a song that to learn how to speak English. I mean, it's the English, the Samoan words, and the English translation. So it's right here. I'm gonna read it out. So it says, Savali, oops, what am I doing? Savali Valley means go for a walk. Tala means too much talk. Alofa Yaoi means I love you. Take it easy. Fai lemu. That's the first verse. It's very simple. Second verse. Teine Manaya means pretty girl. Ta'amilo Milo means around the world. Whisper to me means musu musu mai. Oyawe means my oh my. The third one, it goes, go for a ride, stay at home means no foilefali. Leayo setupe means no more money. Much trouble means fa'lavelave. So this is how we learn how to speak this English version. We're gonna sing it, Rick is gonna play it, and if you wanna sing along. Savali Valley means go for a walk. Tala means too much talk. Alofaya oi means I love you. Take it easy, bye. First verse again. Savali Valley means go for a walk. Tala means too much talk. All right, that's our first song. It's not that bad, huh? But as I was growing up, I had a little notebook that I take with me to school, because later on in this speech, you're gonna hear why I was carrying this little book with me. So I go to school. I didn't know any English at all. So I go to school, and the teacher will teach me how to say, um, "Hello, it's good to see you." I write the English version right here, and then I write it down. And the reason is because my village, where I'm from, there's a huge touristy area, and there were a lot of tourists back then that came, up to this day too. They come to the villages, and they walk the shores and everything else. So I used to run after those people, and I say, "Hey, hi, what's your name? How are you?" I look at my book. I carry this book with me all the time. So this is how I learned how to speak English. Um, there was no computer. So anyway, so according to history, the migration from Southeast Asia arrived in Samoa, and from there they traveled to other islands of the Pacific, like Fiji, Tonga, all those areas, and they travel all the way up north. I was listening to one of the speakers earlier on the piece, and they were talking about a couple that left Samoa. The lady left Samoa and drove and went all the way up north. It's Kapiranga, I think. That island. It is true. They are Polynesians. They are actually from Samoa, but the only reason why they cannot be Polynesian is because they're so far away. They are so far up north from us. So they are in that mix of, so they're, under Micronesian, but they are actually Polynesian. So that's where all these islanders, they started out from Samoa, and then they travel all over the place. Um, in the year 1250, the Tongans defeated some of these small islands, because now Tonga is already, when they went to Tonga, they already, established their king, and the government over there. In Western Samoa, we didn't have such a thing. I mean, people were like, didn't have one person to listen to, like the king in Tonga. Everybody was doing their own thing. So because the Tongans were established at the time, they sort of like they defeated this. They went around these little islands, and they defeated these little islands such as Niue, the Gilbert Islands, and then they came to Samoa, and they defeated Samoa at that time. So they stayed there for a century, and we were under the Tongan king at that time until uh, uh, two brothers decided that they were going to challenge the Tongans, and they did. They were really smart about it. So they gathered all, the unnamed men and all that, and they finally defeated the Tongans. So through a mean of war. So before the Tongans left, the king made peace with the Samoan people and said, "I am leaving and will not return in war, but as a friend. As a token of peace, the title Malietoa will be your leader." So the king of Tonga chose the Malietoa to be the Samoan leader at that time. So, you know, uh, decades and centuries, the Samoans, have intermarriages with the Tongan people. And the song we're about to sing is one of those songs about, a princess who married a Tongan royalty. She got sick and passed on. So this song was written as a tribute to her. And the name of the song is Le Fai Tulangi. All right, very great. in tribute um, to this story about this interracial marriage. It's basically the mother is so sad that the daughter passed away, and he said everything is not going to be the same anymore because her love is gone. So that's what the song is about. So we're going to move on to the first movie that was filmed in Western Samoa. And there's a reason why I brought this. Um, the village that they recorded this movie at, that is where I was born. It is beautiful. It's just like any island, any other island, island village in the Pacific. It's like the white sandy beach. It is so beautiful. To this day, it's still the same. It's just beautiful. In 1952, Gary Cooper filmed a first Samoan movie in Lefanga. Lefanga is where I was born. Return to Paradise is the name of the movie, based on short stories by James Michener, the sequel to his 1947 novel, Tales on the South Pacific. It was filmed in Matau to Lefanga, where I'm from. Yay! And that's why, remember the notebook, a little notebook that I told you about? Because a lot of people came to this village to see and look at where this first movie was filmed in Western Samoa, and that was my village. There was a church that was, I don't know if anybody, I have a copy of it. If anybody cares to see it, I can share. And my grandfather was also in the movie. He's got a movie name, a screen name. Yeah, so, and some of my uncles were in this movie. It's quite a thing back then. So this song, it is about the beauty of this village that I was born. It's just nothing but beauty. It's beautiful. It's so unspoiled to this day. You can hear the ocean. You can hear the waves. As a matter of fact, our house over there, my front yard, it's the ocean. You just sit in our guest house and just watch the waves. And it is so relaxing. That is my hidden paradise when I go home. So this song, it's called Uwalolongo, or it simply say, let's hear, don't say anything, just listen and hear the beautiful hidden paradise. Like I said, you can just sit there in your house and just listen to the waves. It's so relaxing when you're trying to fall asleep at night.
The song was written by Tasi's uncle.
So,
passed away a couple of years ago.
So, Uwalolongo. You read all this. So that was the song that was written for this beautiful village of mine. And the year was it
1952.
2019, before the COVID hit, we went to was in Samoa, and I bestowed one of the paramount titles from my family there in this village that we were singing about. So, um, I'm honored to have the pleasure of, taking over that paramount title, which is it is not. I didn't take it lightly because it's a huge title. I think I had to fill some big shoes back there. So that's my story, and hopefully you enjoy the music along with some history about Samoa that you heard. Yeah. Any questions?
There's one question in the Facebook. They people kind of see the images behind you on the wall. Can you tell us what they are?
Oh, this this is this print is from New Zealand. It's one of the famous birds down there, New Zealand bird. Our whole house is relics and tapa cloth and all sorts
So
of things.
all the stuff that you see in the background, these are the places what we've been. There is that little is that what is that? Is that a Florida? No, the Australian.
Oh, the koala bear?
Yeah, the koala bear. That's from a trip that we took to Australia in 2006, I think it was. And then there was a trip to Fiji on the other side of the wall, that side. Yeah, there's all the islands of Fiji over there and stuff. And then some stuff from New Zealand, from many trips from New Zealand. What you cannot see, because I don't think I can move this computer, is a tapa of American Samoa. It's on this wall of this room, but this room is full of all the stuff that we collected from our trips. It is now Craig's office. Used to be my sewing room, people, but he took it over. He took over my sewing room, so I'm sewing on my dining room table.
Why don't you describe the difference between American Samoa and Western Samoa?
So I don't know if everybody knows the difference between Samoa, which was Western Samoa, and American Samoa. So the difference is Western Samoa is an independent state. They gained their independence from New Zealand in 1962. Actually, my name, it's meaning that the independent, it's Malo Tutu Tasi, meaning the state of Samoa, their independence from New Zealand in 1962. So they're an independent state. Whereas American Samoa is still a territory of the United States. And to this day, they are still the territory of the United States. They call, they're not US citizens, they are US national because of so many factors. It's not like Guam and Saipan, where there are other territories of the United States where they're US citizens, but American Samoa is different. They're US national. They can vote for the president, but they can't run. They can't run for presidency. So the first song that I sang, by the way, you can find it on YouTube. The Rock and his mom were singing that song. I guess that's their favorite song. The Rock is singing it, so it's sort of like our go-to song when we want everybody to participate. So, is there any other question?
I'm not. Oh, someone wrote in the chat from Eva Lani. Thank you to both Tasi and Craig for sharing your beautiful music and stories from their homeland, Samoa, Western Samoa.
Yeah, thank you.
On the Facebook, I see a lot of thank yous and hearts, or the little emoji things that people are putting on there.
That's good. We'll check it out.
Okay.
All right.
That's all there is written right now. I'm sure sometimes people watch afterwards and they might make commentary, and if they do, I'll be sure to message you if there's a question I can't answer.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you both for joining us.
We wanted to thank you for what you do. This is a wonderful opportunity to share for Tasi and myself. Of course, the last year it's been difficult. We haven't been able to do our dance troupe and our luau that we usually do. So this is a wonderful opportunity to get with people. So that's my 2 cents. I thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both. I really appreciate it. And you've been really great supporters of MIC, and we're looking forward to continuing our partnership and our work together. For all our viewers out there, you're welcome to join us again also at 5 today. We have someone, Ms. Turcott, who's going to be going from tapioca to con, cooking along to music. So she'll be
Nice.
doing a cooking demonstration and doing some songs in Mokalis and in Mortlakis, I believe. Yeah. And we'll also have some other shows throughout the rest of the month. And if anyone else who would like to be able to perform, we have the option available. You could sing, you could dance, you could do stories. We're open to whatever people are willing to showcase and share about our community.
Right on. All right. Thank you, Jackie. I really, really appreciate you. I know you're a very busy woman, but you take your time to make sure that we celebrate the API month. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, we're kind of like, we're out of touch, we're out of reach because like you said, the coronavirus, it sort of like it grounded us at this time, but we're starting to pick up with the Paradise of Samoa. We got some shows, going on this summer. Hopefully the kids will get their vaccines before that. But yeah, thank you, Jackie. I really, really appreciate what you do for the island community here. All right, thank you.
Okay, I stopped the live stream. Let me stop the recording.